Good evening and welcome to Quinter High School. I'm Brendan Boone with Chris Lee. Tonight, the Bulldogs of Quinter welcome the Leopards of Lincoln. Quinter has had problems with numbers this year, and with a program that's had success, that's hard to swallow. Both teams look to finish out the year and get positive things to happen to push into next year. Tonight, we'll bring you all the action. We'll have Curtis Brown at Lewis Field. He's bringing you look-ins of the TMP Russell game. We'll also be showing you scores on the Heritage Insurance Group scoreboard, and this all leads up to the Storage Solutions opening kickoff. Stick around. You may miss something big. You're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1.
Nex-Tech Game Time is brought to you by the Chiropractic Centers in Phillipsburg and Stockton, Leon's Welding and Fabrication, TK Smokehouse, the Nex-Tech Directory, Advantage Glass Plus, and Roof Masters Roofing and Sheet Metal, RM Custom Metals, and by Mapes & Miller LLP, Heritage Insurance Group, Day Motorsports, The Golden Griddle, Storage Solutions of Hayes, J Corp, Hayes Recreation Commission, Rogers & Associates Insurance, and by Precision Valley Golf and Bike Center, Progressive Physical Therapy Center, Tri-Central Office Supply, Flatlander Dirt Works, Nex-Tech Wireless, and Heartland Building Center.
We all use our vehicle, or ride, differently. Some like to stand out. Others want to keep what's theirs, there. And there are those that want to be discreet or stay a bit cooler, while others prefer strictly function. And many simply want to move stuff around. Advantage Glass Plus can make your vehicle or ride a reality. 1005 Vine and Hayes, online or on Facebook. Listed in the Nex-Tech directory.
Hi, this is Dr. Cheney from the Chiropractic Centers of Phillipsburg, Stockton, and Plainville. Chiropractic is a wellness lifestyle that incorporates structure, function, nutrition, and lifestyle choices of the person into removing anything blocking the optimal expression of life. Our doctors and staff will leave no stone unturned in the search for your greater health and wellness. If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, call us today at 877-351-7191.
See our ad in the Nex-Tech directory.
A day on the trail isn't over until you say it is with the redesigned 2016 Terex and Terex 4 side-by-sides. With trail-commanding power and versatility, completely reimagined front-end styling. Introducing the redesigned and fiercely rugged 2016 Terex and Terex 4.
When you need dirt construction of any type at any time, call Joel Younger at Flatlander Dirt Works LLC. Flatlander Dirt Works offers 24-hour service on oil field, farm, residential, and commercial dirt construction. They even handle septic systems and water. They've got all the big boy toys at Flatlander Dirt Works, serving all of Northwest Kansas. Call 623-7744. Proud supporters of all our area athletes. Flatlander Dirt Works, LLC. State Bank of Hoxie, Grinnell, and Quinter, member FDIC, GG&T Cattle Company, Blackwood Family Dentistry, and Bumper to Bumper are proud of the hard work and dedication of all the Quinter High School students and athletes. They hope this school year is the best ever. Best wishes for a successful season from Frontier Ag, Family Market, and Jameson Herefords and Quarter Horses, backing the Quinter Bulldogs all season long. Farm Bureau Financial Services, Kayla Getz agent, New Age Feed, Cooksey Appliance and TV, and Dairy Queen are proud of the hard work and dedication of all the Quinter High School students and athletes. They hope this school year is the best ever. Best wishes for a successful season from Gove County Medical Center, Blue Stem Medical LLP, and Jameson Brothers, backing the Quinter Bulldogs all season long.
Welcome back to L. Carl Cox Field, where the Quinter Bulldogs will host the Lincoln Leopards. I'm Chris Lee of Nex-Tech Television with play-by-play partner Brendan Boone. Tonight's matchup features a Lincoln team that has a glimmer of hope for the playoffs, while Quinter looks to keep a program alive. Lincoln has had a seesaw season, opening with 3 wins, losing 3 games, then defeating league foe at 8-man power Mankato Rock Hills 30-26 last week. Leopard senior Zach Walter carried 44 times for 213 yards and 5 touchdowns on the night. Walter also completed 16 of 19 passes for 214 yards and another score. Walter has passed for 926 yards on the season and rushed for 669 more to be part of 24 TDs for the Leopards. Lincoln coach Gary Lowry has said Zach definitely triggers the offense, but Walter's stats are not by specific design. The majority of our offense plays are different forms of option plays, so it truly depends on what the defense is giving us, which determines who gets the ball, Lowry said. Tailback Tyrese Sims has 169 yards rushing and 391 yards receiving, while fullback Owen Kruger is second in rushing with 184 yards. Walters also leads the defense with 89 tackles from his safety spot, although he will play some linebacker if someone needs to come out. Also around the 35 tackle marker Sims, who plays corner, linebacker Sean Obermueller, and nose guard Matt David. The senior is at the center of action on both sides of the ball. He is 6'3", 315 pounds, and has a very high potential at playing at the next level, Lowry said. He added that defensively, Lincoln is not a real penetrating team, but rather they like to form a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Quinter is concerned about X's and O's just like every other team, but when you talk to head coach Jeff Ruckman, the vision of his winless Bulldogs is very different. Heart is a word he often uses. We are keeping Quinter football alive from the heart, he said. We have a history. We want to keep it alive like Coach Wolf did, developing men of character, Ruckman said. Ruckman and current assistant coach Brian Wolf coached with Brian Rush coached with Greg Wolf on the 2009 team that won the last of Quinter's 3 state championships in football. Ruckman acknowledged that they have had trouble running the ball and that at times they have threw the ball to set up the pass, tongue-in-cheek. But the Bulldogs hope to establish some ground game with freshman Clay Mater and sophomore Luke Kaiser. Kaiser may be at tailback or quarterback depending on the status of injured junior Tanner Wagner. Kaiser struggled in last week's 50-0 loss to Oberlin, but Ruckman likes Luke at signal caller because he's a little taller and holds his composure well. Wagner, who has quarterbacked the first 6 games of the season, has a huge experience edge and has good leadership skills, Ruckman said. Whoever throws the ball will try to get to Jonah Ruckman, who Father Jeff Ruckman described as a great athlete, has a lot more speed than his dad ever did. Defensively, the Bulldogs are led by junior Lane Keith, Kaiser, and Mater. Keith would have carried the ball on offense but suffered an injury early in the year and still has a cast and has played mostly guard. Keith will play some fullback tonight, however. Keith is the biggest of the Bulldog leaders at 180 pounds, so getting 6 to 8 players to the ball on defense is a primary goal. But it's more than just a game at Quinter. We want to play with heart until the end, Ruckman said. We want to finish. After the break, we will have the Tri-Central Office Supply scouting report and the Heritage Insurance Group scoreboard. You are watching the Game of the Week on Nex-Tech Local 1.
The Golden Q is a great place to enjoy a meal with family and friends. The Q offers daily specials, lots of tasty sides and appetizers to go along with your favorite Q burger or other sandwich with 3 dozen choices. Or try the Q salads and wraps, along with their delicious golden wings with rubs and sauces. And yes, the Q's still a great place to watch the game with a cold beer. And for breakfast, the new Golden Griddle next to the Golden Q, 809 Ash, Hayes.
When it's time for your next building project, there's only one place to go for high-quality products, service, and prompt delivery. Heartland Building Center has everything you'll need from the ground up. Lumber, trusses, paint, tools, stone, windows and doors, cabinets, and more. And when you shop at Heartland Building Center, you're not just improving your home, you're also supporting a local business.
Heartland takes your building needs to heart.
Heartland Building Center, Hayes, Russell, and Stockton.
From senior trips to toddler adventures and youth sports, the Hayes Recreation Commission is your one-stop shop for fun. Check out our 2015 Fall and Winter brochure for a complete list of scheduled events and classes. The fun times continue in the HRC Wellness Center, where you can enroll in personal training and memberships. The HRC provides fun and fitness for all ages. Visit hayesrec.org, call 785-623-2650, or stop by 1105 Canterbury in Hayes to learn more.
When it comes to commercial and residential concrete construction in the Hayes area, J-Corp is the preferred choice. They can handle your project from ground up, including excavation, site prep, to finish concrete and pavement, driveways, curbs, streets, parking lots. No job is too big or too small. They also sell and deliver sand, rock, and asphalt millings. Call for a free estimate today. The rock-solid choice in concrete construction. J-Corp, 1707 East 10th Street in Hayes. Leon's Welding and Fabrication in Hayes has been serving Western Kansas for over 25 years. With custom fabrication in the oil field as well as metal projects, including gates, handrails, metal art creations, sandblasting, and powder coating. New to Leon's Welding this year is dustless blasting. Now you can remove virtually any type of coating from any material and finish the job with a durable, long-lasting baked-on powder coating. Leon's Welding and Fabrication, East Highway 40 in Hayes. Regulations and tax laws are always changing. That's why businesses and professionals turn to the experienced team at Mapes & Miller Certified Public Accountants. With 8 CPAs to assist you, they offer a wide range of services from tax preparations, bookkeeping, and payroll to auditing and accounting services. They can also help farmers, ranchers, and small businesses with tax planning. It's not what you make, it's what you keep. Mapes & Miller Certified Public Accountants with offices in Norton, Phillipsburg, Stockton, and Quinter.
Now let's go to the Tri-Central Office Supply Scouting Report. Let's hear from Coach Lowry of the Lincoln Leopards.
Coach, it's got a tough season here in 2015. How's your team holding up so far, and how many number of players do you guys have out this year?
Well, we have 11 players out this year. We've had a couple of injuries that have removed some of our starters throughout the year, but we have most everybody back this year. It has been a tough year, but we knew going into that it would be a tough season, and the kids have done a great job playing with their heart and seeking to accomplish the goal that we've set as to the end result. The end results represent this community, represent this school, represent me as a coach and Coach Rush, and most importantly, represent the Lord.
Last week's game, you guys lost to Decatur community team, pretty good team. How did your players respond, and any positives come out of that game last week?
Well, first of all, the kids are, it's starting to wear a little bit, or a lot. It's been, as you said before, it's been a tough season. But they, coming out of it, they were frustrated, but good things that we're seeing start to happen is definitely the kids are getting better, and first downs are being made. We're moving the ball a little bit, even having opportunities for defensive stops. So with the young kids that we're playing, three freshmen and a sophomore and a couple juniors, so the season's going pretty well for those guys.
All right, so you've got Lincoln County this week. I think right now they're sitting about 4-3. I don't know if you've got a lot of information on them, but what have you been doing this week to kind of prepare for the game for those guys? Well,
every Monday we watch a little film of our previous game, which we did yesterday, and also we work out all the kinks and run up and down the basketball court a little bit, and so really, Mondays are trying to loosen the kids' hearts, loosen up their knees, their joints, and their bodies, and get their blood flowing again, get sweat going, and enjoy their time together. So usually the first day of the week is preparing our hearts, preparing our minds to get together for a work week. Today we'll work hard preparing the offense and look at what kind of defense we'll do to combat their offense.
All right, so what's the keys to a solid performance for the Bulldogs on Friday night?
Well, if you've seen film, one of the main keys is making the tackle. One of the things that I've been frustrated and most vocal about on the sideline this year is not having 8 guys to the ball. Chasing the ball down, we are a little bit not quite as fleet as foot as the teams that we've played, but I don't believe in excuses. So hopefully, we can get more guys on the ball, build a stronger development as a team, making team tackles instead of individual tackles. A major key for the offense is ball control, trying to hang on to the ball as long as we can. trying to get that first down, whether it take 2 or 3 or 4 downs, making sure we try to get that first down and move the ball. When we move the ball, good things happen. Kids, you can see their eyes open up and their minds start to get excited about getting close to the end zone.
Hey, we're here at Quinter right now, but let's pitch it all the way to Hayes, up by 70. Let's hear from Curtis Brown. He's going to tell us about the Russell matchup with TMP.
Welcome to another Friday night of Kansas high school football right here on Nex-Tech Game Time. We're in week 2 of district play where the pressure of each game is intensified as a loss could mean an end to the season. We are here in Hayes tonight for a Class 3A District 14 contest between the 2-5 Russell Broncos and the 1-6 Thomas More Prep Marion Monarchs. Both of these teams opened district play with a loss last week, and the loser of this game will be eliminated from the playoffs tonight. Russell lost at home 47-7 to Norton, while TMP lost at Beloit 60-21. Russell is 0-4 on the road this year, and TMP is 0-3 at home. One of those streaks will end tonight. Outside of last week's 7-point performance, Russell's offense has been firing all cylinders this year, averaging 26 points per game. The Broncos are fairly balanced as they average 132 yards in the air and 213 yards on the ground. Russell's led by their dynamic dual-threat senior quarterback, Rasheed Holloway, who is averaging 234 total yards per game. Holloway has thrown for 847 yards this year and 8 touchdowns, while also leading the team in rushing with 789 yards and 9 touchdowns. Junior fullback Grant Murphy is second on the team in rushing with 351 yards and 4 touchdowns, while junior Tanner Brown leads the Broncos in receiving with 370 yards and 4 touchdowns. While the Broncos' offense have been efficient, their defense has been lacking. Russell gives up an average of 33 points per game on defense. The Broncos are led in tackles by Murphy, who has 78 total tackles, and sophomore Brooks Nichols, who's second on the team with 53. TMP's offense has shown glimpses of coming to life this year, including scoring 38 points in a Week 2 win over Ellis and putting up at least 20 points in 2 of their last 3 ball games. But the Monarchs have only averaged 14 points per contest this year and have troubles being consistent. Some of the struggles are a result of the schedule, as TMP has played the 11th hardest schedule in Class 3A. Another reason for the inconsistency is youth, as the Monarchs only have 6 seniors on the roster. TMP is led by their senior quarterback, Chase Romey, who's had to adapt to a change in the offense that utilizes more zone read runs between him and leading rusher senior TJ Flax. Just like Russell, TMP has had their struggles on defense of the balls this year. The Monarchs' defense has been put into some difficult positions by their mistake-prone offense, though. TMP gives up an average of 40 points per contest, but that number may be inflated a bit as their offense averages almost 3 turnovers a game and 1 touchdown per game giving up as a result of a turnover. TMP is led on defense by their senior linebackers Nate Walters and Jacob Roth. Turnovers have been an issue all year with TMP and have cost them in several games. Last week against Beloit, TMP was down only 10 points in the third quarter before they had 3 turnovers, resulting in 21 instant points by Beloit on 2 fumble recoveries, returned for a touchdown, and 1 pick six. Russell, though, has only created 9 turnovers on the year and has yet to record an interception. This game will be close, but if TMP begins turning the ball over, they will struggle to keep up with Russell's high-octane offense. Whichever team comes out of the locker room to start this game with some urgency will have the upper hand. Stay tuned as we'll be on hand with updates throughout the evening right here on Nex-Tech Game Time.
Hey, thanks, Curtis, for that update. When we come back, we'll have the Heritage Insurance Group scoreboard. You're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1.
For those who play by their own rules, the ones who need a new breed of side-by-side. Forged from over 130 years of Kawasaki engineering. Built Kawasaki strong to take care of business. Get out there, get your hands dirty, get it done. The Mule Pro Series has got your back. Capability and strength for whatever lies ahead.
Musical instruments, you'll find those here. Nex-Tech Directory, in print, online, and now mobile. Find what you're looking for.
You should never run out of the important stuff.
Really?
If your current wireless plan leaves you at the end of your rope, imagine how you'll feel with Nex-Tech Wireless with unlimited everything. Nex-Tech Wireless gives you the freedom to go as far as you want. Nex-Tech Wireless, something different.
I'm Adam Stensel, production supervisor with Arm Custom Metals in Hays, Kansas. Arm Custom Metals' goal is to serve all your building components needs. Arm Custom Metals fabricates panels and custom trim to your specifications and links in 48 hours or less. Arm Custom Metals also fabricates standing seam roof and wall panels on site for all your residential and commercial projects. Come see us today at Arm Custom Metals. RM Custom Metals, 2150 East 8th Street in Hays, Kansas.
For serious golf and serious fun, head to Precision Valley Golf in Hays. Gear up in Precision Valley's full-service pro shop. Groove your swing on their lighted driving range. Call to schedule your next group outing on their challenging mini golf course or one of their 3 newly updated indoor golf simulators. New to Precision Valley is the Bicycle Shop, featuring bike sales and repair. Stop in soon at Precision Valley Golf on West 27th Street in Hays. Progressive Physical Therapy Center has been an integral part of the Hays community since 2007. Tim Marcus, physical therapist, has led the Hays physical therapy team ever since the business opened. The Progressive staff offers expert care in a friendly environment. You no longer need a physician's referral when seeking services provided by a physical therapist. Call Progressive Physical Therapy. Their licensed therapists provide personalized patient care and treatments. Progressive Physical Therapy, 2209 Canterbury in Hays. Best wishes for a successful season from Professional Fire Equipment Company, LLC, servicing all makes of fire extinguishers. Good luck, teams, from Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Kansas dreams for over 30 years. And from Steel Fabrications Incorporated, the Iron Men of Western Kansas, providing complete machine shop service, welding service, and steel sales. Proudly supporting all the area students and athletes. The Norton County Hospital and Medical Clinic, offering complete family health care to the region.
Welcome back to Quinter High School, where Quinter tonight welcomes in the Lincoln Leopards. We're going to talk about all the surrounding games around the area, so we're going to go to the Heritage Insurance scoreboard update. Time to time during the night, we're going to bring you local scores as they happen, and this is a live production, but you can watch this show at 6:30 and 11 o'clock on Nex-Tech Local 1. That's Channel 1. So let's take a look at the Heritage Insurance Group scoreboard. So tonight, Quinter versus Lincoln right there. You're going to be watching this game as we call it. Lynn plays Pike Valley. Solomon goes over to Central Plains. Pretty good game there. Central Plains is a tough matchup. And then Wheatland, Grinnell, and Greeley County.
Yeah, that Solomon team has Jake Tiernan at quarterback, so they'll have the opportunity to make some things happen there. We'll also have the Royals, by the way, tonight too.
Wakefield plays Osborne tonight. Thunder Ridge plays St. John's Beloit. And you got Logan Palco looking to go undefeated in their district against Hill City. I think I'm right on that, aren't I, Chris Lee? Mm-hmm. Northern Valley plays Otis Bison. Otis Bison, a tough matchup there. Nest City to Trigo Community, and we'll be watching Trigo Community. That's Nest City's kind of down, but always has a lot of history to back that up. Hoxie plays Golden Plains. And you got Great Bend playing Salina Central. Hutch plays Dodge City. Dodge City took their first loss last week. Wichita Northwest against Garden City. Goddard Eisenhower plays Liberal. Tonight, Leota Wichita County plays La Crosse, and Sublette plays Ellis, and we'll be at Ellis next week. So make sure you stick with us next week. We got two games on the venue for next week. Abilene plays Hayes. Randall Rath trying to get that Hayes team going, get some positive knocks for next year. TMP plays Russell, and that's right where Curtis Brown is tonight with his cameraman. Beloit plays Norton. Tough matchup for Norton.
Well, that'll be a big game, that Beloit-Norton game. That'll determine who wins that district. The team that loses that game still will likely make the playoffs, but will be in a must-win situation next week.
And Norton's eked out some wins. We'll see what they can do tonight. Phillipsburg, El Saline matchup. Oakley plays Plainville in the MCL, and then Bennington plays Smith Center. And those are the games tonight that we'll be watching.
Hey, when we come back, we'll have the opening lineups, and we'll also have the storage solutions of Hayes opening kickoff. You're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1.
Kansas Land Bank, member FDIC, DeWayne's Diesel Service, J&J Carpet, and Quinter Building Material Company are proud of the hard work and dedication of all the Quinter High School students and athletes. They hope this school year is the best ever. Best wishes for a successful season from Flower Cottage Wildflower Designs, Smitty's Tire and Battery, and Quinter Manufacturing Company, backing the Quinter Bulldogs all season long.
Hi.
We're looking for insurance.
Let's see who's free.
When insurance agents work for only one company, their options are simply limited. But a trusted choice independent agent is free to shop many companies for a better deal. Free to do what's right for you.
See Rogers and Associates Insurance in Phillipsburg.
Hayes, Kansas, where traditions run deep, where your word is your bond. Home cooking has a new standard. Welcome home.
Welcome back to Quinter High School. Just getting the referee mic'd up here. We'll listen in if we can. If he remembers to turn his mic on, we'll listen in to the coin flip. If not, we'll just mediate it right here, 100 yards away from the field that we are, and give you an idea of what's going to happen.
But this might be our best accommodations we have. We're actually up in the old fax room here at Quinter High School.
Captains tonight, look over there at 54, Isaiah Simpson. He's a 6'2", 230-pound junior. And then number 40, Caleb Knuff. He's the only senior.
Hi, we'd like to welcome Lincoln here to Quinter. Gentlemen, I want you to play heads-up football. Whether you're running or tackling, I want you to do so with your heads up, okay? Let's keep everybody safe, all right? You're the captains. If we have any trouble at all, we'll come to you. Okay, you guys take care of the problem before we have to, please, okay? Lincoln, you traveled. What would you like to call?
Tails.
What did he say? He said tails. It is a heads. Quinter, you won the toss. What would you like to do? You want to defer. Which way you want to kick? Or which you want the ball? Yeah. Okay. Which way you want to kick? Kick with the wind. Okay, line up like that.
White Hat saying that Quinter deferred. Of course, you heard it all live from the White Hat, but Quinter deferred. Lincoln took the ball. Quinter's going to kick with the wind. It is a gusty little wind out of the northwest here, so that'll be a little bit of a crosswind. Quinter's a typical north-south field, so a northwest wind will be a little bit of crosswind. The building will block that somewhat, however.
Let's go over the starting lineups for the Leopards. Got a little issue with our microphone on our White Hat there. Starting at left end, number 23, Christian Emmert. He's a 6 foot, 140-pound senior. Right beside him at left guard, 51, August Walter, 6'1", 228-pound junior. And center is Matt David. He's what they think is a Division I prospect, at least getting some offers, maybe 6'3", 315-pound senior. To the right of him, right guard Sean Obermuller. Right of him, right end 50, Gabe Gullidge. He's a 6'1", 180-pound senior. Calling the snaps tonight, number 6, Zach Walters, a 6'1", 200-pound senior. He's got 10 passing TDs, 14 rushing TDs. Behind him, Tyrese Sims has 2 rushing TDs. He's a 5'9", 155-pound senior. And tailback, number 1, Owen Kruger. He's a 5'7", 137-pound sophomore. He's got 3 rushing TDs, so the bulk of the load is taken up by Zach Walter.
That's Lane Keith getting ready to kick off. The reason I know it's Lane is he has a cast there on his arm. This is the Storage Solutions of Hayes opening kickoff here.
Back deep, it looks like Kruger. And it is number 1, Owen Kruger, and the ball just dies, goes out of bounds. It's going to be a penalty right there. There we go. We caught up with you there on our camera.
Looks like the Lincoln Leopards are going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 25 here. That's as a result of the kick going out of bounds. Like I said, the Lincoln Leopards, I know Coach talked about, they're an option attack, so the defense dictates who gets the ball, but you know what Zach Walter is going to be part of the decision-making process, whether it's run or throw.
So watch that lineup right there, right in the center. He gives up 115 pounds. Caleb Knuff, number 40, the senior, the lone senior of the Bulldogs. He's a 5'10", 200-pound senior. At ends, 88, Eli Glick, 6'3", 195-pound junior. You look to stack the box right here. You're looking at
5-yard gain there by Sims. They've come right back up the line of scrimmage.
Almost, pushing their linebackers up tight. And that's the fullback right there, Tyrese Sims. He gains a couple. It's going to be 3rd down and 2. Clock rolls under 11:20. This should be a quick-moving clock, like a lot of the clocks we've seen.
That's 27's Hackmeister.
And here's the quarterback, Walter. And Walter still running. He's got a pretty good angle. Gets knocked out at the 15. So all the way down to the 15 at the 10:59 mark. He's got a 1st and 10 right there. Leopards
Here comes another
on
look
the
at
move.
this play. Like I said, they're coming pretty fast here, but.
And Walter has some speed. You notice he has 14 rushing TDs and really gets outside in a nice angle by the Bulldogs to even bring him down. So gone in the shotgun the whole time. There's the fake. Actually hands off to Owen Kruger, and Kruger makes his way down inside the 5, just outside the 5. So it'll be 2nd down. They can make a 1st down with just inches. It's 2nd and basically less than a yard. Can make a 1st down and have a fresh set. Split a receiver out. Gullidge is out. Split out to the right. And Walters motions Sims and takes it himself. He's in for into the end zone for 6 at the 10:16 mark and really makes short work of those 6 points.
Yeah, that was like a quarterback ISO. They motioned. Here comes the replay. Watch, they're going to motion Sims out of the formation. And then the fullback, or it's actually the tailback, Hackmeister, leads up on the linebacker, and Walters flips in for the score.
So a spread formation. They motion Sims again. Here's Walters looking to throw, and he's going to run it in. No problem. Goes in untouched. It's 8-0, 10-16. Bulldogs got a bow up on defense. You're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1.
Hi.
We're looking for insurance.
Let's see who's free.
When insurance agents work for only one company, their options are simply limited. But a Trusted Choice independent agent is free to shop many companies for a better deal. Free to do what's right for you.
See Rogers and Associates Insurance in Phillipsburg.
Welcome back to Quinter High School. Quinter trails this 8-0. The opening drive is taken by the Lacrosse Leopards. And they put it in the end zone, 10-16 mark, and they'll give the Bulldogs their shot.
Back deep for Quinter. Looks like what? It's Kaiser, I believe, back deep. Also dropping back deep. That's number 10. That isn't right.
22. That's Clay Mater, the freshman. You're going to see Quinter play 4 freshmen in this game out of 11. Oh, there's offsides right there. Only offsides a couple of yards. They're going to back it up a little bit and try this again.
Kruger's been their kickoff man most of the year. I haven't seen whether he was the one that kicked that one there, but
when we mentioned the starting lineups for Lincoln, we talked about Owen Kruger starting, and Hackmeister comes in and plays quite a bit in that drive. He's a junior. And the coach talked about playing some of his younger players. So backed up to the 25. They're going to kick this in away again.
that might be number 8, Barron's kicking
taken
off,
by the up back. That's Lane Keith, and Keith makes his way to the 33-yard line. They're going to set up shop right there. First down and 10. Quinter's on his first drive. So Quinter's had some hard times on offense. They really haven't scored a whole lot of points. I don't think it was till the 6th game they scored their first points.
Big matchup here tonight. Will Quinter be able to handle David in the middle?
They have a spread to the right and a slot receiver, and the first one is offering a pass right down the middle, and what a beautiful catch right there.
Jonah Ruckman on the catch.
Drops it right over the linebacker's head, and Ruckman has a first down.
Here comes a replay of that. Quarterback's Tanner Wagner, which is why that was
Ruckman pulls, acts like he's going to block, and then just slips down the field for a nice gain. First down and 10, 35-yard line. They're in Leopard territory. They're in the same formation they were before. Now they move to an unbalanced line to the right. No, excuse me, a slot to the right. High snap. Have a hard time handling it, and they do pull it down. There's a little loss on the play. Loss of 1, we'll say. Second down and 11. Clock rolls. We expect a quick game as far as time management goes. Neither team has really thrown a great deal. So, again, you got to watch that matchup between Matt David, the nose guard, and Caleb Knuff. And really, he's handled him on that situation. They get another pass to Ruckman. Ruckman's down to the 20-yard line, 21-yard line, they're going to call it. And another first down, and Quinter's moving this ball at the 9:23 mark. Chains will reset, clock will start. Here's the replay.
Wagner does a nice job floating it out there, giving Ruckman a chance to run under. Ruckman's a really good athlete, good track athlete, good basketball player, so gets it down to the 20.
That matchup in the middle hasn't seemed like a problem. There's only been a few plays here, so we'll watch as the night progresses.
Play fake there. Wagner throws down the middle.
Nice pass down the middle. He kind of broke open late, but the pass was a good 5-6 yards away. That's Connor
Havlis, I think.
Connor Havlis, the freshman.
Yeah, Wagner 2 of 3 for 28 yards, both to Ruckman so far. But I know, like I said, Coach Ruckman, Jeff, his dad said before the game, you know, we're gonna pass to set up the pass. That they just haven't had a lot of success running the ball. So
Hallis is a good-sized freshman. He's 6 foot, 140-pound freshman. And a stoppage of play here. We're going to listen in. I think I've toned down the listen in to what they have to say here.
Violation, offense, 5-yard penalty, still second down.
Five-yard penalty there on the Bulldogs, moves them back. That'll make it 2nd and 15. Ball resting on their own 26.
Ruckman split out here to the right-hand side. Slot and split to the other side. And if you're going to get some pressure on the ball, this would be it.
Major
they
on
do
the carry.
get down there, and that is David that got the tackle. Mater seems to.
Here we're going to get a replay of David slamming Major
dinged
down
himself
there.
a little bit, but makes good yardage.
Yeah, 6-yard carry. Just a little pitch sweep out there. He does a nice job cutting through, finding the hole.
Yeah, he kind of fell on his knee right there.
Right. Well, yeah, that's just unfortunate. I mean, there wasn't any ill intent or anything.
That's 315 pounds. Let's go to a break. You're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1.
For serious golf and serious fun, head to Precision Valley Golf in Hayes. Gear up in Precision Valley's full-service pro shop. Groove your swing on their lighted driving range. Call to schedule your next group outing on their challenging mini golf course or one of their 3 newly updated indoor golf simulators. New to Precision Valley is the Bicycle Shop, featuring bike sales and repair. Stop in soon at Precision Valley Golf on West 27th Street in Hayes.
You're back just in time here at Quinter. Quinter's hosting the Lincoln Leopards, and Clay Mater just went out with an injury.
Looks like a leg injury of some type.
So double splits. They're going to do the same. Go to Luke Kaiser. He's going to get a halfback pass. Does not get it in the end zone. He was double covered there, and Ruckman goes up to try for it. Makes a good effort. Ball falls incomplete. It's going to be 4th down and 10.
Here we get a replay of this. Now, Kaiser has played some quarterback for the Bulldogs, so that this isn't out of the ordinary. And ironically enough, the Bulldogs have 2 southpaws at quarterback for them. But that halfback pass was incomplete.
You did see Mater go out. Isaiah Simpson comes in. He fills a slot in the line.
Yeah, you got.
And they drop back Lane Keith into the backfield.
Right.
And here's a pass, getting heavy pressure. It's going to be intercepted. And that interception's got a ways to go. They do knock him out of bounds at the 39-yard line, intercepted by Ellert.
Yeah, Emmert gets that ball. Emmert is a 6', 140-pound senior. Let's watch the replay here.
Yeah, double covered again. They threw into double coverage. You can get away with that every now and then, but twice in a row, this didn't happen for the Dogs. So Lincoln Leopards on their second possession. They didn't waste too much time scoring on their first. They're going to split a receiver both left and right.
That's Sims on the carry there.
And Tyrese Sims, not used heavily, but they've used him a couple of times tonight. 2nd down and 5. He gains 5. Clock's rolling under the 8-minute mark before this snap happens. They do have David in the backfield as a fullback, so trying a few things here. And 3:15 coming at you. Looks big, and it is big. That's number 6, Zach Walters.
On a QB sweep there.
He picks up enough yards for the first down, picks up 15, 16 yards, gets down to the 20-yard line. So 1st and 10 there for the Leopards, and they haven't had problems yet moving the ball.
Yeah, when they put the big man there in the backfield, you kind of had a feeling they were going to do something to the left, whether it was going to be a power or a sweep, and that was just per sweep. David picked up Lane Keith, the linebacker there.
Moved Cody Behrens, the sophomore, to center. Boy, it gets good rush right there. Simpson gets in there and tries to make things happen. He just doesn't quite get to the quarterback in time, but does pressure that ball.
That's Walter's first pass on the night. It's incomplete. He has dropped back. He dropped back for a play down at the goal line and ended up looking. He just ended up running it in because he didn't find his receiver. But
So Isaiah Simpson, 6'2", 230-pound junior.
7:43 left here in the first period. Coming out in I formation, you got the big man David there at the fullback slot.
Tyree Sims takes over tailback, and he gets the ball and gets stuck right there by Tanner Wagner. Junior makes a nice play fighting off a block. He only gains, if it's a yard, it's a mismeasured yard. It's going to be 3rd down and 10, 7:25, clock's rolling.
Bulldogs putting up a little stand here on defense. It'd be big to get the stop here on 3rd and 10.
Leopards lead this 8-0. They scored at the 10-16 mark in the first quarter. We have not gotten through it yet. Still in the first.
David is back at center.
And a nice pat. Boy, I tell you, it was wide open down there. There was nobody within 15 yards. He snuck in there.
He wasn't on the same page as the receiver. We'll watch the replay here.
Comes out of the backfield.
Yeah, it looks kind of like a wheel route. That's what it looks like. That was 23 Emmert was their intended receiver.
Yeah. So a fake there. He's going to run with the ball, and he's got plenty of speed. If he misses that tackle, he's going to make it, and he's
Luke
going
Kaiser
to.
just about made the play, but that was the difference between success and failure. So Walters scrambles 20 yards for a touchdown.
Walters has good speed. If you don't stop him at the line,
here comes the replay. And like I said, the
point of contact right there.
Yeah, but if he makes that tackle, that's going to be a change on possessions. On downs, but scrambled for 20 for the TD with 6:49 left here in the first quarter.
So Coach Gary Lowry is mixing up his lineup. He is playing a lot of different players than what we have on his starting lineup. There's Walters, hands off to Kruger. Kruger makes it in, makes the score 16-0. We're going to take you to a break. You're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1.
We all use our vehicle or ride differently. Some like to stand out. Others want to keep what's theirs there. And there are those that want to be discreet or stay a bit cooler, while others prefer strictly function. And many simply want to move stuff around. Advantage Glass Plus can make your vehicle or ride a reality. 1005 Vine and Hayes, online or on Facebook. Listed in the Nex-Tech directory.
Hi, this is Dr. Cheney from the Chiropractic Centers of Phillipsburg, Stockton, and Plainville. Chiropractic is a wellness lifestyle that incorporates structure, function, nutrition, and lifestyle choices of the person into removing anything blocking the optimal expression of life. Our doctors and staff will leave no stone unturned in the search for your greater health and wellness. If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, call us today at 877-351-7191.
See our ad in the Nex-Tech directory.
Welcome back to Game Time here in Quinter, Kansas. Quinter trails the Lincoln Leopards 0-16, 6:49 left in the first quarter. Quinter's starting tailback, Clay Mater, number 22, went out with injuries on the sidelines. He's walking around, so it doesn't look like a major knee injury, and they are having him run up and down. He looks like he's doing all right cutting-wise, so we should probably see him come back here. And it's taken by Luke Kaiser. Kaiser around the left end and really just demolishes number 3 of the Leopards. That's Colin Obermueller, the sophomore, 5'9", 130 pounds. So Kaiser takes some weight into that impact and goes. And here comes Mater back into the lineup.
That's that's good news for the Bulldogs. Most teams don't rely on a freshman as much as the Bulldogs do on Mater. He plays some linebacker as well as being a running back for them.
The camera's not going to catch. Well, you're catching them right there. There's 3 subs for Quinter, so they don't have a lot to spell anybody. Little run play here to the right-hand side gets bottled up. They're going to lose. We'll just call it a no gain on the play. 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, that was Mater on the carry there.
So they're back to Wagner at the quarterback slot. Luke Kaiser is playing fullback, and then Clay Mater, the freshman, back in the backfield at 22.
Zobrist just hit a home run for the Royals. They're ahead 1-0 here. So good news from Kansas City.
Here's Wagner. Fakes it one way and goes to Mater, and Mater gets swallowed up right there by number 6, Zach Walter. He's their leading tackler. He's had 11 tackles per game. That's their safety. That's not the person you want to have as your leading tackler, but the second leading tackler is Matt David, their nose. That is the person you want to have as your leading tackler.
I didn't ask Coach how often he plays, but I do know Walters will roll up and play some linebacker too, and that may affect his stats a little bit. Mater 3 carries for 7 yards on the night.
So they're going to spread the formation. This is going to be a penalty, Coach. Oh. Or I can't see how it isn't. They didn't have enough guys on the line of scrimmage.
Well, that ball's picked off back there. Looks like number 5, Tyrese Sims on the interception.
Had too many players in the backfield on that.
He'll get another look at this
Wasn't
interception.
caught. I may be wrong on that. Nice lofted pass up there. It was single coverage this time, just a little bit overthrown, and Ruckman does all he could to try to get that thing out of the hands of the defender. Doesn't work, and Leopard's ball.
5:16 left here in the first quarter. Leopards taking over at their own 17-yard line, and we have a timeout.
We're going to take a timeout with them. You're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1.
A day on the trail isn't over until you say it is with the redesigned 2016 Terex and Terex 4 side-by-sides. With trail commanding power and versatility, completely reimagined front-end styling. Introducing the redesigned and fiercely rugged 2016 Terex and Terex 4.
When you need dirt construction of any type at any time, call Joel Younger at Flatlander Dirt Works, LLC. Flatlander Dirt Works offers 24-hour service on oil field, farm, residential, and commercial dirt construction. They even handle septic systems and water line installation and repair. They've got all the big boy toys at Flatlander Dirt Works, serving all of Northwest Kansas. Call 623-7744. Proud supporters of all our area athletes. Flatlander Dirt Works, LLC.
Welcome back to L. Carl Cox Field here in Quinter, where Lincoln goes for its third series of downs. A little screen pass out here to the left-hand side. Tyrese Sims takes the ball, and Sims gets about 5 yards, maybe 6 yards. Going to be 2nd down and 4. He runs out of bounds, so clock stops at the 5:08 mark. Second down and 4. They're going to actually wind the clock, so he's forced out. Spread formation for the Leopards. They got a slot to the left. Slotted to the left is Kruger. And beside him is Sims. And there's Walters, and he gets a nice hit right there by Eli Glick.
Sims struggles. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. Looks like that's Mater out there on the hit. Also,
they move the sticks a little bit.
Ruckman maybe out there on the hit as well. Maybe gets an assist on that. But we're going to say a gain of 0 on that play. Did a nice job drilling the quarterback on the option. That kind of discourages that option if you give that quarterback what for when he shows up.
Eli Glick makes that play. They pull out Mater and put in the senior for Quinter, and there's a little pass to the left-hand side. Gets drugged down there by Wagner, but it's enough for the first down. Makes 6 yards on the play. 1st down and 10, Lincoln Leopards.
Ball looks like they're going to spot. Here comes the replay. I said just a little out pattern there. Sims works it upfield. That's key. Well, Keith.
Tough to drag down this Sims.
The ball is up to the 30-yard line, so that'll be a gain of 7.
He's only 5'9", so he's pretty low to the center of gravity. Tyrese Sims to the left side. Walters is going to take this one himself, and he's got a lot of room to run. Oh, he loses the ball. Ball's on the ground, and the Bulldogs just can't get to it in time. He still makes almost enough for the first down. Makes 8 yards.
Yeah, I think
so. Second down.
Got a replay coming to this. Walters kind of
carrying the ball out there, kind of loose. And
he ran into his own teammate there. It looks like he ran into Emmert, I believe. But you're just trying to get a block out there as Emmert. There's nothing you can do about that. So
they're going to split out Emmert, and they're going to split out Goldage to the right-hand side. Motion Tyrese Sims, and here's Walters looking to pass. Has the pass down there to Sims, and Sims makes a nice catch down inside the 10-yard line.
Here we get a nice replay of this. Walters kind of makes a little jump move here to get the ball off. It's kind of interesting, but
Havlis has a hand on him, can't bring him quite down, and he's got a
gets the ball down to the
one-on-one with the linebacker. Wagner brings him down, but not after he's gained enough yardage for quite a good gain in a first down. So first down and goal. They drop the sticks. Walters hands off.
That's Big David there.
To the big boy. And David rumbles in there for, we'll call it 4 yards, for second and goal, 5-yard line. Here's Walters. They're going to give it to David again. They must want the big boy to have a touchdown. He does have a touchdown. And there's 6 more points on the board for Lincoln at the 2:23 mark.
With 2:23 left here in the first quarter. Makes our score 22-0 with the PAT pending. Big boy still in the backfield, David. Walters turns to tell him something. They might run this a little wider than the A gap. Looks like they may try to go to the B gap here. Let's see what they do.
Tyrese Sims, and Walters takes the ball, and the Bulldogs hold on defense there on the
Eli
PAT.
Glick, it looks like, on the tackle.
So we're going to take you to break. You're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1.
State Bank of Hoxie, Grinnell, and Quinter, member FDIC, GG&T Cattle Company, Blackwood Family Dentistry, and Bumper to Bumper are proud of the hard work and dedication of all the Quinter High School students and athletes. They hope this school year is the best ever. Best wishes for a successful season from Frontier Ag, Family Market, and Jameson Herefords and Quarter Horses, backing the Quinter Bulldogs all season long.
The Golden Q is a great place to enjoy a meal with family and friends. The Q offers daily specials, lots of tasty sides and appetizers to go along with your favorite Q burger or other sandwich with 3 dozen choices. Or try the Q salads and wraps, along with their delicious golden wings with rubs and sauces. And yes, the Q's still a great place to watch the game with a cold beer. And for breakfast, the new Golden Griddle next to the Golden Q, 809 Ash, Hayes.
Welcome back to Quinter, where Quinter trails this matchup 22-0, 2:23 left in the first. They're going to receive this for their third series of downs, see if they can work this way up the field. Really, Quinter's needing to put some points on the board right here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Barron's kicking off. He also had some kickoffs for them earlier in the year. So
back deep, you're going to see Jonah Ruckman.
Yeah, Ruckman's probably back there for Maters, so we're thinking
this
Maters
is
out.
Taken by
Kaiser.
Luke Kaiser, and Kaiser has some room to run out that left side and gets around to almost midfield. No, not quite, 36-yard line.
Barron's, it looked like, was the one that forced him out.
Nice return. Lincoln didn't really maintain their lanes and got caught up in that runoff, and Kaiser's quick to the outside, makes nice yardage. First down and 10, 36-yard line. 2:14 left in the first quarter. Quinter trailing 22-0.
Into the first quarter, La Crosse 8, Wichita County nothing. That's almost a win there for Leota. That's could be a long night for them, but that's not your usual La Crosse Leopards powerhouse this year.
Wagner fakes and has a nice pass over, just overshoots the freshman. Connor Havlis. Havlis comes up empty. It's going to be second down and 10, 2:08.
Wagner opened the game by hitting Ruckman on a couple nice passes, but it's also had a couple interceptions. Now, like I said, it's a tough situation here at Quinter. Probably not. The offensive line's doing a decent job for him tonight, but they've had some struggles there, just like they have all across the field. But the Bulldogs putting up a game fight tonight.
They have taken David out of the game. I don't know if they're looking to have him just play offense or what the deal is. Spread formation, double slots almost. Oh, man, that's a high pitch and gets intercepted. The pitch gets almost intercepted right there by Obermueller. And Obermueller, in a funky series of downs there, takes the ball back for 6 at the 2-minute mark. They go up 28-0 PAT.
Here we got
pending.
watch this interception of the pitch. That wasn't a pass. That's clearly a lateral, and Obermueller picks off pitch. We'll give him about a 35-yard run for that.
So PAT coming, and those are things that, if you're getting beaten, obviously that's not very much fun, but things like that will drive a coach and a team crazy. 27 carries the ball right there, and I'm sorry, that's Ty Heckmeister, 5'10 junior. He does not get in. Quinter holds again, so I've had a couple of defensive stands right here. Hey, you're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1.
When it's time for your next building project, there's only one place to go for high-quality products, service, and prompt delivery. Heartland Building Center has everything you'll need from the ground up. Lumber, trusses, paint, tools, stone, windows and doors, cabinets, and more. And when you shop at Heartland Building Center, you're not just improving your home, you're also supporting a local business.
Heartland takes your building needs to heart.
Heartland Building Center, Hayes, Russell, and Stockton.
From senior trips to toddler adventures and youth sports, the Hayes Recreation Commission is your one-stop shop for fun. Check out our 2015 Fall and Winter brochure for a complete list of scheduled events and classes. The fun times continue in the HRC Wellness Center, where you can enroll in personal training and memberships. The HRC provides fun and fitness for all ages. Visit hayesrec.org, call 785-623-2650, or stop by 1105 Canterbury in Hayes to learn more.
Back in Quinter, where the Leopards just intercepted a pitch from Wagner, took the ball back 36 yards, and they lead 28-0. 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Looks like that might be Barons again kicking off for the Leopards. Squib kick.
Oh, hits one of the up.
That's number 11. There. I believe that is Chase Kreitz. No, that's Ori Chester. Ori Chester there. Quinter ends up with the ball, though, 1st and 10 on their own 34-yard line.
If you've ever not wanted to go out for football because you didn't think you were big enough, that's not possible. Ori Chester is pretty courageous, 5'1", 80 pounds, and doing a good job right there. Ruckman has a nice pass, and they're going to call it, I thought he dropped the ball right there, but he must have made a football move, so he gains 11. It's going to be 1st down and 10.
We'll get a replay here. It looks like Tanner Wagner still at the quarterback. He made a little play fake there. Puts it right there where Jonah has a nice opportunity to make the catch, which he does. Gets the ball down to the Lincoln 36.
Yeah, he just dips his arm right there. I thought the ball popped out, and he got it back again. I formation. There's Lane Keith at the fullback spot. And they're going to be blocking for the pass right here. It's going deep, double covered again, and really makes a nice effort to make that catch. Just comes up empty again.
Wagner has 3 passes on the night for 38 yards. 3 completions, 3 of 9 for 38 yards.
That was Ruckman again on that leaping try. Comes up empty. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. Clock stops, 1:29 mark.
Take it back. Wagner's 3 for 8. Kaiser's 0 for 1. He had a halfback pass.
So back in the eye. They're going to push it right through the middle and just not have anything there. Defending on that play is number 8 for the Leopards. That's Cody Behrens, the sophomore, 6'1", 191.
Kaiser on the carry for the Bulldogs there, no gain.
They just haven't found a hole when they try to run. Clock's going to roll under a minute before the Bulldogs get the snap off.
Lane Keith at the fullback spot. Lane's a good athlete, pretty stout kid, but it's hard for him to carry the ball with his cast.
A nice little out pass to Connor Havlis. Connor Havlis drops the ball. They're going to say that he retained the ball and then fumbled it, so he is going to get about a 2-yard gain on the play.
Here, let's watch Connor here on the play here. I said once again, Wagner does a nice job delivering the ball right on time there.
Yeah, and they kind of push it back for the fumble. It's going to be a yard gain, 4th down and 9. 44.8 seconds on the clock, and the clock does stop since the ball dribbled out of bounds. Here's Wagner calling the signals. This is going to be a pass. Pitched out there, kind of a little back shoulder pass almost, and they're not going to get any sort of a penalty on that one at all. Double covered again. They only had one person in the pattern.
Let's get another look at this. Kaiser looking downfield.
One person in the pattern, and really makes a pretty nice attempt again. But
yeah, Jonah's a good athlete. He's going to go up and compete for the ball. He'll give you a chance on that. Even if you're going to try to high point it to him, you don't see a lot of high schools doing that, but I mean, Jonah will give you a chance on a high point ball too. So, and obviously Lincoln knows that Quinter likes to throw to Jonah, so that's going to make it a little tough. But Lincoln takes over on downs, 1st and 10 at their own 32.
David comes out. They're not going to put him at the fullback spot. Here's Walters, and Walters getting a little pressure, and Havlis almost gets to Walters again. They're just really, a couple of feet out of getting a sack or a big hit on the quarterback.
Walters is 3 for 6 throwing. He has for 44 yards.
So they're going to line up and go without a huddle. They split out Emmert here to the left-hand side, and they slot a receiver to the right-hand side in Sims. And this is Kruger. And Kruger back in the game makes 7 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 3. And I think, unless they no-huddle it again, and they may do that.
Here comes the replay.
Just to work on it, I think this is going to be pretty close to the last play of the quarter, and it's looking like it is. They're going to run this clock out. Well, it'll be the end of the first quarter, 28-0. So Quinter's got some work to do in the second quarter. We're going to send you to break. You're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1.
Farm Bureau Financial Services, Kayla Getz agent, New Age Feed, Cooksey Appliance and TV, and Dairy Queen are proud of the hard work and dedication of all the Quinter High School students and athletes. They hope this school year is the best ever. Best wishes for a successful season from Gove County Medical Center, Blue Stem Medical LLP, and Jameson Brothers, backing the Quinter Bulldogs all season long.
When it comes to commercial and residential concrete construction in the Hayes area, J-Corp is the preferred choice. They can handle your project from ground up, including excavation, site prep, to finished concrete and pavement, driveways, curbs, streets, parking lots. No job is too big or too small. They also sell and deliver sand, rock, and asphalt millings. Call for a free estimate today. The rock-solid choice in concrete construction. J-Corp, 1707 East 10th Street in Hayes.
Back here at Quinter High School, being entertained by the Quinter Band. My wife tells me they have one of the best drummers in the state, since that's my son.
Okay, Mike Moustakis hits a home run. That makes the score Royals 2, Blue Jays 0.
Here's Walters, and Walters has some room to run. Walter. And Walter takes it in for a touchdown. Boy, I tell you what, they just never really did slow him down. He kind of danced around there in the middle of the defense and took it around the left-hand side, and within 10 seconds goes up another 6, 34-0 are the Lincoln Leopards.
Looked like that was just maybe almost a quarterback draw where they just tried to fan the Quinter pass rush out and let Walter choose a gap, and he found one and shot right through the secondary for a 42-yard scoring play.
Lincoln has subbed in quite a bit. They have their starters on the field now, but they have used quite a few players. Quinter, again, doesn't have that luxury and dives in there, gets 2 points, and puts them up. That's 27. That's Ty Hackmeister again, the junior. We're going to stay right here at the 11:50 mark, 36-0. You can watch Game Time nightly at 6:30 and 11 on Nex-Tech Local 1. Those are encore performances of that. Next week, we're going to have 2 games. We're going to have a Thursday night game. Excuse me, I'm looking at that. TMP at Norton. So we go to Norton on Thursday night and then back at Plainville, where we've been before. We're watching the Ellis-Plainville, bringing the Ellis-Plainville game there. Curtis Brown on Thursday is going to be in Waukeeny, where Dighton plays Waukeeny. And he'll have all the live look-in action there. So make sure you plan on watching those games too. So the Bulldogs have really struggled here, 36-0, 11:50, a full quarter left and a half.
Got a couple of scores here from the district that Quinter's in. St. Francis 16, Stockton 0. Stockton showed some nice moxie the other night. Well, our game we had at Hill City, they defeated Hill City. Oberlin 14, Atwood 6. That's shaping up to be a little bit of an upset. Looked like Atwood was going to get the second spot out of that district after they lost to St. Francis in the Yoke Bowl, but Oberlin may have something to say about that yet. Spearville 32, Hodgman County nothing. Spearville, the number 1 ranked team in 8th man. That was the K-Preps game of the week that they voted on online. Everyone in Kansas thought that was going to be the big game, but Spearville showing that the Lancers are the big dogs.
I don't think I saw the Victoria. Where was Victoria playing tonight?
I got that.
And here is Jonah Ruckman, and Jonah Ruckman's got a head of steam. He's kicking it around and getting up all the way to the 26-yard line. First down and 10 there. Bulldogs are going to try to move the ball like they did in the first series of downs. 11:43.
Your reason you haven't seen a score is Victoria has an open date tonight. I'm guessing when they had the meeting in Salina 2 years ago that probably there weren't a lot of teams stepping up to play Victoria.
No, Victoria's not one that people really look to play. First down and 10. Bulldogs starting running back is out. They're working with Luke Kaiser right there, and Kaiser's going to come up 3 yards short. It's going to be second down and 13. Clock running under 11:30. It is tough enough to wear pink tonight. You're not going to see a lot of pink in the crowd. The temperature is about 50 degrees, and a lot of people around here have pink coats.
Second 13 for the Bulldogs here. They have had a little bit of success in the air, but the ground game has been an uphill battle.
Clock rolling under 11 minutes. Here's Wagner. He's got a receiver downfield, and again the receiver's double covered, and really they're only sending one receiver out in the pattern, and Lincoln is eating them up with their safety and a corner and just can't get it to him.
Here comes the replay. Let's watch, give a little play action fake there.
Got some pressure on. You can see why they only send one receiver in the pattern. Hey, there's a timeout. We're going to take a timeout with
Quinter.
you.
It's their first charge timeout. It'll be a 1-minute timeout.
You're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1.
Regulations and tax laws are always changing. That's why businesses and professionals turn to the experienced team at Mapes & Miller Certified Public Accountants. With 8 CPAs to assist you, they offer a wide range of services from tax preparations, bookkeeping, and payroll to auditing and accounting services. They can also help farmers, ranchers, and small businesses with tax planning. It's not what you make, it's what you keep. Mapes & Miller Certified Public Accountants with offices in Norton, Phillipsburg, Stockton, and Quinter.
for those who play by their own rules. The ones who need a new breed of side-by-side. Forged from over 130 years of Kawasaki engineering. Built Kawasaki strong to take care of business. Get out there, get your hands dirty, get it done. The Mule Pro Series has got your back. Capability and strength for whatever lies ahead.
Welcome back to Quinter. Quinter down 36-0. Lincoln's been all Lincoln and really haven't gotten much going on offense. We'll see what happens here. They've had some success in the passing game, and this is the passing. Oh, work it to the outside. Almost gets picked off right there, but not quite. Number 20 of Lincoln, the Obermueller sophomore, almost comes up with that pass, but you see what they did. They've only been sending one out in the pattern, so they sent Ruckman deep and dropped a player right here in the flat.
4th and 13 here. We will have an update from Curtis Brown here shortly. Our next opportunity, Brendan and I will throw that in. A couple scores for you real quick. Smith Center 28, Bennington 6. And the big game, Norton 13, Beloit 8.
So back to punt is Ruckman. They send no one back to receive, and Ruckman gets off a nice squib kick, rolls down inside the 20 at the 16-yard line. They're going to be 1st and 10 are the Leopards.
Lane Keith did the right thing there. You've got to stop the ball on a punt like that, because once Caleb Knuff touched it, they can pick up the ball without risk. They'll throw a beanbag then, and if you fumble the ball, you can still get the ball back at the beanbag. You never want to leave a live ball out there once the punting team has touched it. Ball spotted at the...
It looks like the 16-yard line. 17 yards, 16, 17-yard line. Just past the 16-yard line. 1st down and 10.
10:39 left. Our score here is Lincoln 36, Quinter 0.
And they in for Lincoln is a new quarterback, I believe. Is that number 12 right there? Yeah, they have number 10. They have new personnel in, and we were told that they may pull out some of their freshmen to play. It's Drew Biggs. He's number 10. He's a 5'8", 145-pound freshman. Still have Behrens in there, but they sub Behrens in late. They still have Obermueller in there. But their entire backfield is different than what the spot chart we saw was. Okay? They do have Hackmeister in there, but Hackmeister wasn't listed as a starter. Kruger was listed as a starter. They pulled Kruger early.
Vasquez had that last carry. Here's a replay.
Victor Vasquez, and he's lucky he held on to that ball. Eli Glick comes blowing through there, almost gets the ball.
Vasquez, let's give him a loss of about 5 on that play.
Out of his grips and limping off right there, Luke Kaiser. So they're going to spread the field here. And work with us because we don't have all these numbers on our little spot charts. We're going to have to look through the list. Thrown out there to Hackmeister. Hackmeister doesn't come up with that. So it's now 4th down and 13, 9-19. And they're going to have to punt this one away. This would be their first punt. Jonah Ruckman falls back. And that's Behrens on the punt. And a nice punt. Ruckman lets it roll. And boy, what a costly roll that is. Rolls down to basically 11-yard line. They're going to have it 1st down and 10 right there, and Quinter's got to get something going at the 9:08 mark. Oh. So 9:08 left in the second. And really not many changes in this lineup except for the starting tailback, and Luke Kaiser's looking a little bit injured. He's hobbled a little bit, and they go for another pass, short pass out here. And that's Connor Havlis, the freshman. He gets a gain of 7 yards. Going to be second down and 3.
We're going to replay this. I formation by the Bulldogs. Give a little play fake there. Wagner delivers it nicely on time out to Havlis, who stumbles out of bounds at the 20. Gain of about 7 for the Bulldogs.
Second down and 3. 9:03. Havlis ran out of bounds, stops the clock. So here's Tanner Wagner, and Wagner with a little bit of a fake and throws it up for grab. Oh.
Well defended out there by number 6.
Well defended. It looked like
Zach
a little
Wallers.
early. Came over the top of him and smacked it away.
Look at this.
They're not really getting a whole lot of pressure on the ball. I mean, they're not really getting a whole lot of pressure on the quarterback.
Hutch 17, Dodge City 7, by the way. I think we had that on our scoreboard, which we'll get to at halftime. We also will be throwing you out to Curtis Brown shortly. He's at Lewis Field at Fort Hays State for the TMP game.
3rd and 3, crossbuck, and it gets snuffed out in the backfield, and down goes Luke Kaiser. Loss on the play of 2. 1, actually. They're going to give it a loss of 1, 4th down, and long 4, short 5. So actually a loss of 2, 4th and 5. And with 8:30 left, behind by 36, we'll see what Quinter's going to do. They are going to go for it. Long time in the huddle, so you knew they weren't going to punt. Under center is Wagner in the I formation. And they are going to get yardage there, and that will be enough yards for the first down.
Well, defense, offsides, 5-yard penalty, remains 4th down.
Boy, that's not 5 yards they marked off there, is it, Chris?
I don't know. Well, I think there's still I had it at the 17 plus 5 would be 23. Then he'd reach the 23 for a first.
That doesn't look like the 22 to me, but obviously I'm not down on the field.
Well, hey, we do know those are straight lines. Rich Corwin is the the groundskeeper here, and I know that's a straight line.
He's a straight shooter, isn't he?
You bet.
And that is enough yardage for the first down. So first down and 10 for the Dogs.
Who was on the carry there?
That was his quarterback sneak. Wagner took it off the left side.
Nice job there. The right guard obviously got a good block there. Wagner does a nice job getting right in behind him there. That's Isaiah Simpson is our listed right guard. Let's give Wagner a gain of 2 on that play.
Alex Winters is in there for David. Winters is a senior, 5'10", 203-pound senior. So here's Wagner. They've been throwing and having some success. They do have pretty good, great opportunity to drag that ball in.
Here, we're going to get another look at this play. Wagner does a nice job getting it up there. Connor Havlis is a fairly tall, lanky lad, so the high ball might work for him as well. He got turned around just a little bit. Nice job defending out there by Walter and also Emmert. Yeah, we're going to get to stick him on him next time out there, so incomplete pass.
Okay, second down and 10, 7:55 mark. 7:55 left in the half.
Freddie Blitnikoff of the
Here's
Raiders
Wagner,
himself that stuff.
And they throw it short to Ruckman, and Ruckman doesn't get his hand on the ball. Thrown behind him, just can't quite get it. Third down and 10, 7:50, so clock hasn't really run too much. And incomplete passes, it's kind of slow to tick off there.
I could sit here, we get a break. We will throw it out to Curtis Brown at Lewis Field at Fort Hays State, where TMP is hosting the Russell Broncos.
Wagner's been the signal caller all night. This is going to be a screen pass, and boy.
Oh, yeah, that's, as I say, I think I
all you could do, I mean, he had opportunities to pick that off, but he comes up and hits him.
Yeah, number 20, that's Obermuller. Like I said, I think that he just was a little confused there.
There is no foul for pass interference.
It's in the backfield.
The receiver was behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you can hit anybody behind the line of scrimmage at any time, so it's not going to be late on that. Third down and 10. Fourth down and 10. 7:44.
No new scores coming through the Twitter here at this time.
And the Bulldogs are going to punt this one away, and they are going to send somebody back, are the Leopards, to return this.
Hey, right after this punt, let's throw it out to Curtis Brown. That's a fake.
Oh, and they got a receiver.
They just short snapped it to Wagner. Wagner throws it out complete. Incomplete.
Nope.
Here, let's get it out to Curtis Brown at TMP game.
Welcome back to Lewis Field here at Hayes for the Class 3A District 14 contest between the Russell Broncos and the TMP Marion Monarchs. We have a defensive battle here in the first quarter. TMP has punted on their first 3 offensive possessions. Russell punted on their first 2, but was able to put together a 30-yard touchdown drive on their third possession of the game. That came off a short TMP punt. Russell scored on a 1-yard touchdown run by Kelton Suki. The PAT was good, making our score at the end of 1, Russell 7, TMP 0. Reporting from Hayes, this is Curtis Brown with Nex-Tech Game Time.
Game up for us here. That's actually a Lincoln timeout, so let's thank Lincoln.
Timeout, Lincoln. That is your second charge timeout of the half.
We'll take a timeout as well. You're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1.
Musical instruments, you'll find those here. Nex-Tech Directory, in print, online, and now mobile. Find what you're looking for.
You should never run out of the important stuff.
Really?
If your current wireless plan leaves you at the end of your rope, imagine how you'll feel with Nex-Tech Wireless with unlimited everything. Nex-Tech Wireless gives you the freedom to go as far as you want. Nex-Tech Wireless, something different.
You're back just in time. Lincoln takes over on downs from the fake punt.
Biggs hands off to his fullback there.
Yeah, just busting up the middle right there is Hackmeister. Ty Hackmeister has carried quite a few times tonight.
Looks like he gets the ball up to the 21. That'll be a gain of about 3.
Hackmeister, really on the year, hasn't gotten a lot of work. Well, I guess he's gets about 4.4 yards a carry, 11.4 yards a game, so he's well over that average. Second down and 7. The 7-minute mark and clock is rolling. And they're using a lot of clock.
Biggs flips it out there, pass incomplete, bounces off the hands of Kruger.
Good pressure put on there by Glick. Glick had him in his grasp, just couldn't bring him down.
Brings up a 3rd and 7, ball resting at the Quinter 21. Have a nice view of Coach Ruckman there coaching up the Bulldogs.
So it's been all Leopards tonight, 36-0. Splitting a slot to the right. They're going to run the option, drop the ball on the turf, and he picks it up back here. And really, they're going to say he's down.
Here, we're going to get the official.
Complete pass on the field.
They're ruling that an incomplete pass. We're going to get another look at this. So,
Well, we kind of came to it late, so
Yeah.
it's hard to tell. It's going to become 4th down, though, 4th and 7.
Boy, Obermuller looked like he's ready. Sean Obermuller looked like he's ready for basketball. He kind of looked like he dribbled that once. So.
Oh, here's the replay right here. It gets set up late. And the back judge was actually counting time, so they were running time down. And boy,
down the
throw in the end zone, and good coverage over there by Keith.
Pass was incomplete, intended for number 3 out there.
Keith was in bump and run coverage, and in front of him, the linebacker had taken a short out and knocked his receiver down, so there was really no one to pass to.
That's Colin Obermuller was the intended receiver there.
So takes over on downs. Quinter takes over on downs, 6:35 mark. Got plenty of work to do, down 36. They've moved the ball times, but it's been sporadically. And they've moved the ball on passes, and they have has an open receiver over there, and Ruckman just throws behind him and can't quite get him the ball. So incomplete, 2nd down and 10. Clock only rolls off 6 seconds, 6:30 left on the clock in the half.
Yeah, Quinter has 6 consecutive incomplete passes here. Like I said, they're just don't have a lot to work with. You see the Quinter sideline there. You have 3 athletes standing there. Clay Mater, one of those guys, is injured, we believe. He was a starter at linebacker and running back. So
Wagner calling the signals, gives to the fullback, and Keith. And Keith, with that big club, takes the ball down 6 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 4, so nice yardage gain by Keith. That's probably his first carry.
Yeah, Keith showing some gritty determination there, trying to get something going here. Gain of what, 6?
3rd down and 4, 6 minutes. Clock will roll under 6 minutes left in the half. Quinter down by 36. The pro formation. There's Wagner. Hands the ball off again to Keith. Keith has enough yardage for the 1st down. He makes another 6. That's 1st down and 10. Sticks will reset.
We'll get another look here. They look like they're running Keith kind of out in the B gap there.
Yeah, dangerous. You can't really switch.
Yeah.
Switch hands. He's got that club on one hand. And a fracture, 2nd game of the year, I believe.
I think that's right, yeah.
Here's Wagner. There's Keith, gets met at the line, and nothing there. Met at the line by number 21 of the Leopards. And that's Victor Vasquez, the sophomore, 6'1", 157.
Let's see, got Spearville 38, Hodgman County 0. Boy, that was not what people expected in that game. Central Plains 32, Solomon 6.
The Leopards put in August Walter at nose, so readily subbing in their players. They have 12 players on the sideline to use at their disposal. And Keith again just getting some tough yards, but getting some yards. He gains back the yards he lost, plus another one. It's going to be 3rd down and 9. 4:30 left in the half.
I got Keith at 4 carries for 15 yards, which is may not sound terribly impressive, but that's Quinter struggled to run the ball this year, so that's good news for the Bulldogs.
That's progress, and they've ran the ball the last 3 times after throwing an incomplete pass.
Beloit and Norton tied at 16 all at halftime.
This is Kaiser around the right end. Doesn't find much over there. In fact, they're going to move the move the stick about a yard, so we'll give him a yard. To be 4th down and 8, clock 3:50 and rolling. Hackmeister comes in for the Leopards. Kind of a family affair between Lincoln and Quinter. Both athletic directors for both schools are brothers. Stephen Christ is the athletic director for Lincoln. They throw a long ball right here, just drips out of the hands of Ruckman. Stephen Christ is the athletic director for Lincoln, and John Christ is the athletic director for Quinter.
Tyler Wagner did a pretty nice job dropping that ball in there. I'm sure Jonah Ruckman would like to have another chance at that one. But that high arcing ball like that, some might be a little wind affected, could be a little lights affected. But Tyler does a nice job trying to drop that ball in there. But Quinter loses the ball on downs with 3:19 left here in the half.
Put David back in. They pretty much have their starting offense back in. Golich is on this side, split out. To the left-hand side, Emmert. And there's Walter. And Walter throws it over.
To Emmert.
To Emmert, yes.
Bob moves the ball up to the 29-yard line, so that'll be a gain of 7.
Same spread formation they've been using, slots both sides. Here's Walter. And Walter getting some rush, has to jump past this thing all the way down to the 1. Man, quite a play right there. He comes off of his feet to throw a pass all the way down here to Tyree Sims, and somehow it falls right in his hands. What a play.
Yeah, we'll get another look at that. That's a nice play there by the Leopards.
He's off his feet. He's got one guy dragging on his jersey. That's one of the better plays we've seen all season. Here's Walter right here. He gets bottled up. Is he going to make it? Yes, he is going to make it. That's 6 more for the Leopards, and they're going to go up 42-0. PAT pending.
2:37 left here in the first half.
So an untimed down here for the Leopards. Again, they put in their starters after subbing out and playing down some of their sophomores, some of their seniors that don't get a play. Walter on the pass and just overshoots his receiver. We're going to go to a break. You're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1.
I'm Adam Stensel, production supervisor with RM Custom Metals in Hays, Kansas. RM Custom Metals' goal is to serve all your building components needs. RM Custom Metals fabricates panels and custom trim to your specifications and links in 48 hours or less. RM Custom Metals also fabricates standing seam roof and wall panels on site for all your residential and commercial projects. Come see us today at RM Custom Metals. RM Custom Metals, 2150 East 8th Street in Hays, Kansas.
Kansas Land Bank, member FDIC, DeWayne's Diesel Service, J&J Carpet, and Quinter Building Material Company are proud of the hard work and dedication of all the Quinter High School students and athletes. They hope this school year is the best ever. Best wishes for a successful season from Flower Cottage Wildflower Designs, Smitty's Tire and Battery, and Quinter Manufacturing Company, backing the Quinter Bulldogs all season long.
Here we go. Quinter getting ready to turn the kickoff. The Bulldogs are down 42-zip. Unfortunately, from Kansas City, Jose Bautista home run. Sounds like it was a monumental shot, but it's only worth 1. So Royals still ahead 2-1 in a solo home run fest.
So back to receive is Jonah Ruckman.
Looks like Barons to kick again for the Leopards. Cat and dog fight here so far, being won by the Leopards.
They kick short, but they kick this one deep to Ruckman. He's going to come in your screen right there, and Ruckman, number 12, has the ball, dances around. A lot of left and right, gets all the way up to the 24-yard line. It's going to be first down and 10 for Tyler Wagner and his crew to start from there.
First and 10 there for the Bulldogs.
So out comes Caleb Knuff, the lone senior. We've talked about that.
Senior night here at Quinter. Recognize the senior athletes on the cross-country and football teams.
Quinter again on their roster has 4 freshmen. They have 1 junior They have one sophomore. They have 5 juniors and a senior. This to Luke Kaiser, and Kaiser runs hard. He's weaving through the defense and makes 12 yards, 13 yards. First down and 10 for Kaiser.
Let's get a replay on this here. See Kaiser running behind the blocks of Simpson and Ruckman on the right side.
Big hit right there by number 21 of Lincoln. Kind of spins Kaiser around, 21 and Vasquez.
Gets Kaiser back on the plus side for yardage. So he
Quinter
has
splits out Lane Keith, and with that big club, we'll see if they pass to him. I think that would be a tough catch to make. This goes to Kaiser. It gets spun around for a little bit of a loss.
Looks like Behrens might have been the first one in the hit there.
1 yard loss. Going to call it second down and 11. Minute 47 left on the clock, and it's rolling. 42-point deficit by Quinter. They need to put points on the board right now. If you remember, Quinter deferred. They will get the ball the second half. The back judge is counting, so Quinter's almost out of their time. They do get the ball out, and little wheel route.
Oh,
wheel
nice
route out there by Ruckman.
Nicely defended out there by number 10 for the, that's Biggs, the backup quarterback.
So the clock does stop. Minute 16, third down and 11. Try to keep this game going. We've seen a lot of games end early. In fact, there's only been, in our 8-man games, I think one game that's gone the full distance. Here's Wagner and Lane Keith, and Keith fights his way for good yardage. He's going to be down to the 35-yard line into Leopard territory. Clock at 1:05.
Let's get a replay of this here. Now, you see Ruckman on the left side this time. Coach Ruckman said they would try to do it. Jonah's a good athlete, I said, good blocker. They want to try to run behind him when they can.
Good block right there by Simpson, I believe. Isaiah Simpson, the junior, works his defender down the field, gives him nice yardage. And right there's Kaiser, and Kaiser breaks open into the field. He'll score on this. So from 35 yards out, Kaiser on a 4th down and 2 goes that and 33
Here,
more.
let's get another look at this, see where the block
Scores.
is at. Well, he bounces it to the outside. Boy, nobody there. That's interesting.
Just runs through a couple of hand tackles right there. Obermuller, the sophomore, the younger Obermuller. So Quinter picks up 6. They're looking for 2 more. Little play action pass. Nice catch right there. And Connor Havlis brings in 2 more. We're going to go to a break. You're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1.
Best wishes for a successful season from Professional Fire Equipment Company, LLC, servicing all makes of fire extinguishers. Good luck, teams, from Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Kansas dreams for over 30 years. And from Steel Fabrications Incorporated, the Iron Men of Western Kansas, providing complete machine shop service, welding service, and steel sales. Proudly supporting all the area students and athletes. The Norton County Hospital and Medical Clinic, offering complete family health care to the region. Progressive Physical Therapy Center has been an integral part of the Hayes community since 2007. Tim Marcus, physical therapist, has led the Hayes physical therapy team ever since the business opened. The Progressive staff offers expert care in a friendly environment. You no longer need a physician's referral when seeking services provided by a physical therapist. Call Progressive Physical Therapy. Their licensed therapists provide personalized patient care and treatments. Progressive Physical Therapy, 2209 Canterbury in Hayes.
Back here in Quinter, where Quinter's just scored a touchdown, an extra point to cut this lead 42-8.
Got a couple scores here for you. Smith Center 35, Bennington 6. Oakley 13, Plainville 12. That second score will have a lot of impact.
Looks like Lincoln, they've got 7 players within the front 10 yards of where they can be. So thinking there might be sort of a muffed onside kick, and there is.
Look at that. They covered it.
Snuck it past the up men.
I think that might have been Ruckman up there. I think it was Ruckman that
Ruckman
nearly
came
recovered
close.
that. So
it's going to be at the 36-yard line. 35-yard line, excuse me. Lincoln Leopards take over there.
Illegal procedure. Kicking team. They prefer to take the spot of the ball.
They'll be at
take the spot of the bowel.
Yeah. Now, there's 35 seconds left. Most high school teams aren't able to score. Well, this is Zach Walterback, your quarterback, and he can wing it. So don't discount a quick score here at the half.
Little quick out right there to Sims. Tyree Sims takes the ball up 6 yards, 2nd down and 4, and they only ran off a few seconds. 30 seconds left on the clock. They're going to work their 2-minute offense. And Quinter's going to take their linebackers, push them back to medium depth.
4-man rush.
And try to stop plays like that. They do get him.
That's Emmert on the catch.
Emmert gets dragged down at the 24-yard line. 21.2 seconds left on the clock. Quinter did manage to keep them in bounds, so the clock will roll when the sticks are placed.
Give him a 16-yard gain.
Sticks get placed, and he throws the ball down, spikes the ball. And they're going to have a penalty right here. I don't believe they were set.
Ball. False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
So 19.9 seconds left on the clock. Since it's a penalty, the clock will wind at the setting of the ball. And there it goes. 18 seconds. And another penalty.
I think Lincoln was anxious to get that play off and did not get set.
False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
So deja vu, and it happens again. 5 yards back, and it's going to be first down and 20, and the clock is rolling. And clock's really their enemy now. And pass inside.
That's the Gabe Gullidge.
And Gullidge is going to go down, and they're going to call a timeout right here, I believe. Lincoln's going to call their, I believe, last timeout.
It's like a gain of about 5 on that play.
Out, Lincoln. This is their third charge timeout. This will be 1-minute timeout.
Let's take a timeout here, too. You're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1.
We all use our vehicle or ride differently. Some like to stand out. Others want to keep what's theirs there. And there are those that want to be discreet or stay a bit cooler, while others prefer strictly function. And many simply want to move stuff around. Advantage Glass Plus can make your vehicle or ride a reality. 1005 Vine and Hayes, online or on Facebook. Listed in the Nex-Tech directory.
Right back here at L. Carl Cox Field, where the Lincoln Leopards lead 42-8 to the Quinter Bulldogs, and Lincoln taking their final timeout, 6.1 seconds left on the clock, and Lincoln's trying to drive and work on their 2-minute offense. They do have their starters back in. They have had copious amounts of subs. Gullidge runs over here to the right, and up to the left is Emmert, and he's split out. They've had a hard time getting set. They do get set in this time. They're going to have a throwback pass right over there to Sims, and Sims dances around and gets in. Boy, he just missed a tackle right there, and Sims gets in, and a tough matchup right here tonight with Sims. Sims has some speed. And speed's a hard thing to defend. It's a hard thing to hide. The clock does wind down to nothing. This will be an untimed down, so 48-8. Untimed down. This will be the last play of the half bar and a penalty. Sims. Oh, great play right there by Connor Havlis. Excuse me, that's Eli Glick. Comes around and stuffs that place, and no good. PAT's no good. So we go to half. We're going to come back, give you the scoreboard update, Heritage Insurance scoreboard update. We're going to go out to Curtis Brown and see some TMP action. And we're going to be going to the Storage Solutions second half kickoff. So stick around. You're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1.
Hi, this is Dr. Cheney from the Chiropractic Centers of Phillipsburg, Stockton, and Plainville. Chiropractic is a wellness lifestyle that incorporates structure, function, nutrition, and lifestyle choices of the person into removing anything blocking the optimal expression of life. Our doctors and staff will leave no stone unturned in the search for your greater health and wellness. If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, call us today at 877-351-7191.
See our ad in the Nex-Tech directory.
A day on the trail isn't over until you say it is with the redesigned 2016 Terex and Terex 4 side-by-sides. With trail commanding power and versatility, completely reimagined front-end styling. Introducing the redesigned and fiercely rugged 2016 Terex and Terex 4.
When you need dirt construction of any type at any time, call Joel Younger at Flatlander Dirt Works, LLC. Flatlander Dirt Works offers 24-hour service on oil field, farm, residential, and commercial dirt construction. They even handle septic systems and water line installation and repair. They've got all the big boy toys at Flatlander Dirt Works, serving all of Northwest Kansas. Call 623-7744. Proud supporters of all our area athletes. Flatlander Dirt Works, LLC. State Bank of Hoxie, Grinnell, and Quinter, member FDIC, GG&T Cattle Company, Blackwood Family Dentistry, and Bumper to Bumper are proud of the hard work and dedication of all the Quinter High School students and athletes. They hope this school year is the best ever. Best wishes for a successful season from Frontier Ag, Family Market, and Jameson Herefords and Quarter Horses, backing the Quinter Bulldogs all season long.
The Golden Q is a great place to enjoy a meal with family and friends. The Q offers daily specials, lots of tasty sides and appetizers to go along with your favorite Q burger or other sandwich with 3 dozen choices. Or try the Q's salads and wraps, along with their delicious golden wings with rubs and sauces. And yes, the Q's still a great place to watch the game with a cold beer. And for breakfast, the new Golden Griddle next to the Golden Q, 809 Ash, Hayes.
When it's time for your next building project, there's only one place to go for high-quality products, service, and prompt delivery. Heartland Building Center has everything you'll need from the ground up. Lumber, trusses, paint, tools, stone, windows and doors, cabinets, and more. And when you shop at Heartland Building Center, you're not just improving your home, you're also supporting a local business.
Heartland takes your building needs to heart.
Heartland Building Center, Hayes, Russell, and Stockton.
Back here at Quinter, where it's halftime, the score, Quinter is down 48-8 to the Lincoln Leopards. Let's have a few statistics here to kind of summarize how the first half went. First, for Lincoln, Kruger's had 2 rushes for 15 yards. Sims, 4 rushes for 10 yards. Hackmeister, 3 rushes for 9 yards. Walter, 6 carries for 123 yards. That's correct, 123. He had a 42-yard run, a 20-yard run, a 27-yard run. David, the big center, played a little fullback. He rushed twice for 10 yards. Passing the ball, the Lincoln has passed for 86 yards. They've completed 8 passes. Of the 15 passes they threw, 3 of them were thrown by Biggs, were incomplete. All the rest were thrown to Walter. He's connected with Sims several times. Looks like 5 times to Sims, twice to Emmert, once to Gullidge. For the hometown Quinter Bulldogs, passing the ball, they've thrown 21 times and have completed 5 passes. Been a little bit of a struggle. But that's the way they've been able to move the ball all year. They've completed 5 for 48 yards. Wagner's hooked up with Ruckman a couple times. Looks like Ruckman for 38 yards, Havlis for 10 yards. Kaiser had a couple passes in there as well, but they were incomplete, rushing the ball for the Quinter Bulldogs. Mader has 3 carries for 7 yards. We haven't seen Mader in a while. We think he may have a leg injury. Kaiser, 7 carries for 42 yards. 35 of those yards came all in one run there at the end of the half when he scored. Lane Keith with the Clubber Keith there. He has the cast on his arm. 5 carries for 23 yards. Shows some nice determined running. Wagner, 2 carries for 1 yard. Now let's go out to Lewis Field where TMP is hosting the Russell Broncos. Curtis, take it away.
All right. Welcome back to Hayes for Nex-Tech Game Time's coverage of the Class 3A District 14 contest between the Russell Broncos and the TMP Marion Monarchs. We continue to have a defensive battle here in the second quarter. TMP has punted on each of their 3 possessions here in the second quarter. Russell fumbled on their first possession and then turned the ball over on downs at the TMP 20-yard line. We're at the half. Russell 7, TMP 0. Reporting from Hayes, this is Curtis Brown with Nex-Tech Game Time.
Quinter, where I get some scoring drives here. Let's talk about how how we've scored so far. First of all, Lincoln, 5 plays, 55 yards on the first drive. Walter from 6 yards out scored. Walter scrambled for the PAT, made it 8-0 with 10:16 left. Then their next drive, they went 6 plays, 44 yards. Walter scrambled for 20 yards, scored a touchdown. Kruger ran the ball in on the PAT, make it the 16-0, 6:49 left in the first. One more touchdown in the first quarter by Lincoln, went 7 plays, 63 yards. David, that was when they moved the center back to fullback. David ran the ball twice at the end of the drive to score. The PAT was stopped. That made it 22-0 with 2:23 left in the first. Oh, yes, and then there was a defensive touchdown at the end of the first quarter. Obermueller picked off a pitch. It wasn't a pass. It was a pitch. The pitch was kind of high. Obermueller picked it up off of Kaiser's hands and ran it in. That made it 28-0. The PAT was no good with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. In the second quarter, Lincoln scores again. 3 plays, 48 yards. Walter on a quarterback draw for 42 yards with a scoring play. A Hackmeister PAT run made it 36-0. Then we get closer to the end of the half. Lincoln subbed down quite a bit, and then so the game kind of slowed down at that point. They scored again late with 2:37 left in the second quarter. 3 plays, 36 yards. Walter, a 1-yard run. He had passed the ball twice, once to Sims for 28, once to Emmert for 7 to set that up. PAT was no good. Quinter answers. Wagner hooks up with Havlis on the PAT. The touchdown was on a Kaiser 35-yard run. That culminated a 5-play, 56-yard drive that made it 42-8. And then right at the very end of the half, Lincoln answers 5 plays, 45 yards. The scoring play was Walter to Sims. With the play, it was after a Lincoln timeout with 6 seconds left. Walter scrambled right, threw it back to the left. Sims squirted down the left sideline to score for 28 yards. The PAT was stopped. That made it 48-8. That's halftime at Quinter. Let's send it out to a break, and we have the Heritage Insurance Group scoreboard show coming up at some point here. You're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1.
From senior trips to toddler adventures and youth sports, the Hayes Recreation Commission is your one-stop shop for fun. Check out our 2015 Fall and Winter brochure for a complete list of scheduled events and classes. The fun times continue in the HRC Wellness Center, where you can enroll in personal training and memberships. The HRC provides fun and fitness for all ages. Visit hayesrec.org, call 785-623-2650, or stop by 1105 Canterbury in Hayes to learn more.
Farm Bureau Financial Services, Kayla Getz agent, New Age Feed, Cooksey Appliance and TV, and Dairy Queen are proud of the hard work and dedication of all the Quinter High School students and athletes. They hope this school year is the best ever. Best wishes for a successful season from Gove County Medical Center, Blue Stem Medical LLP, and Jamison Brothers, backing the Quinter Bulldogs all season long.
When it comes to commercial and residential concrete construction in the Hayes area, J-Corp is the preferred choice. They can handle your project from ground up, including excavation, site prep, to finish concrete and pavement. Driveways, curbs, streets, parking lots, no job is too big or too small. They also sell and deliver sand, rock, and asphalt millings. Call for a free estimate today. The rock-solid choice in concrete construction. J-Corp, 1707 East 10th Street in Hayes. Leon's Welding and Fabrication in Hayes has been serving western Kansas for over 25 years. With custom fabrication in the oil field as well as metal projects, including gates, handrails, metal art creations, sandblasting, and powder coating. New to Leon's Welding this year is dustless blasting. Now you can remove virtually any type of coating from any material and finish the job with a durable, long-lasting baked-on powder coating. Leon's Welding and Fabrication, East Highway 40 in Hayes. Regulations and tax laws are always changing. That's why businesses and professionals turn to the experienced team at Mapes & Miller Certified Public Accountants. With 8 CPAs to assist you, they offer a wide range of services from tax preparations, bookkeeping, and payroll to auditing and accounting services. They can also help farmers, ranchers, and small businesses with tax planning. It's not what you make, it's what you keep. Mapes & Miller Certified Public Accountants with offices in Norton, Phillipsburg, Stockton, and Quinter.
For those who play by their own rules, the ones who need a new breed of side-by-side, forged from over 130 years of Kawasaki engineering, built Kawasaki strong to take care of business. Get out there, get your hands dirty, get it done. The Mule Pro Series has got your back, capability, and strength for whatever lies ahead.
Back here at Quinter, where the score is La Crosse 48, Quinter 8. We were just looking over some of the scores. We'll try to add some things about how it's affecting district playoff spots as we go. Let's go to the Heritage Insurance Group scoreboard.
So looking around the scores of the area, you can see Abilene's taking it to Hayes there, 29-7 at halftime. TMP Russell, the Russell game and TMP game is out there being covered by Curtis Brown, 7-0. Russell scores early and hasn't scored since.
That game will have some importance in that district. You figured the big dogs are Beloit and Norton, but the winner of this game, TMP Russell game, stays alive in that district.
Beloit and Norton are knotted up at halftime, both at 16. Phillipsburg 38 to El Salines 0. Then Oakley has a point lead over there to Plainville, 1 point, 13-12 at halftime.
And Oakley is undefeated in that district. Boy, that would really put them in the driver's seat to clinch a spot.
Then Bennington is losing to Smith Center at half, 35-6. Great Bend and Salina Central, we don't have a score in that. So still that first quarter 0-0 score is what we have. Dodge City coming off that loss, 44-14. They're beating the Salt Hawks, and the Salt Hawks have the old Hayes High coach down there trying to make Ryan Cornelison trying to make some things happen. Wichita Northwest behind Garden City by a touchdown. Goddard, Eisenhower, and Liberal, we don't have a score in that one. La Crosse 22-0 against Leota, Wichita County.
Now that's two teams that are winless in that district. La Crosse stays alive, but just barely, and Leota next year will be going to 8-man.
Then Sublette and Ellis, we don't have a score on that matchup either in the first quarter. Wakefield Osborne, no score reported there. Thunder Ridge and St. John's Beloit. St. John's Beloit, it's been all St. John's Beloit, 30-6. Logan Palco still looking to be undefeated, 22-12. And Hill City, we watched that game last week. I didn't think they had a great game that they played there. So looks like they're doing pretty well against Logan Palco. Logan Palco, our first matchup of the season.
Yeah, St. John's Beloit, getting back to them, they're trying to stay alive in that district. That is that really tough district as Victoria and Otis Bison. St. John's Beloit, 4-3 right now, but two of those losses are Otis Bison and Victoria.
St. Francis hasn't had as much competition as you might think. 46-0, they end that one at half. Nest City getting beaten by quarterback Flax and his crew over there, 28-6 at halftime. And then Hoxie, 44 to Golden Plains 0. That's still in the second quarter, so I don't know if that's ended or not yet. We haven't gotten a report of that.
Yeah, Golden Plains and other teams will be going to six-man next year. Golden Plains next week will meet Shiloh. The good news about that game is someone's going to get a win.
Then the game you're watching here on Nex-Tech Local 1, 8-48. Quinter's having a hard time moving the ball. And then Lynn Pike Valley, no score there. Central Plains is beating Tiernan's crew 38-6, so really hasn't had too many problems. We haven't gotten a score out of Wheatland Grinnell, Greeley County, and Rock Hills 36-6 over Lakeside.
Ben's checking his phone here, try to get you an update on the Kansas City Royals here before we throw it back for another break.
Yeah, we're 2:42 left in this halftime show right here. We're going to come back with the Storage Solutions second half kickoff. You're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1.
Musical instruments, you'll find those here. Nex-Tech Directory, in print, online, and now mobile. Find what you're looking for.
You should never run out of the important stuff.
Really?
If your current wireless plan leaves you at the end of your rope, imagine how you'll feel with Nex-Tech Wireless with unlimited everything. Nex-Tech Wireless gives you the freedom to go as far as you want. Nex-Tech Wireless, something different.
I'm Adam Stensel, production supervisor with Arm Custom Metals in Hays, Kansas. Arm Custom Metals' goal is to serve all your building components needs. Arm Custom Metals fabricates panels and custom trim to your specifications and links in 48 hours or less. Arm Custom Metals also fabricates standing seam roof and wall panels on site for all your residential and commercial projects. Come see us today at Arm Custom Metals, RM Custom Metals, 2150 East 8th Street in Hays, Kansas.
For serious golf and serious fun, head to Precision Valley Golf in Hays. Gear up in Precision Valley's full-service pro shop. Groove your swing on their lighted driving range. Call to schedule your next group outing on their challenging mini golf course or one of their 3 newly updated indoor golf simulators. New to Precision Valley is the Bicycle Shop, featuring bike sales and repair. Stop in soon at Precision Valley Golf on West 27th Street in Hays. Progressive Physical Therapy Center has been an integral part of the Hays community since 2007. Tim Marcus, physical therapist, has led the Hays physical therapy team ever since the business opened. The Progressive staff offers expert care in a friendly environment. You no longer need a physician's referral when seeking services provided by a physical therapist. Call Progressive Physical Therapy. Their licensed therapists provide personalized patient care and treatments. Progressive Physical Therapy, 2209 Canterbury in Hays. Best wishes for a successful season from Professional Fire Equipment Company, LLC, servicing all makes of fire extinguishers. Good luck, teams, from Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Kansas dreams for over 30 years. And from Steel Fabrications Incorporated, the Iron Men of Western Kansas, providing complete machine shop service, welding service, and steel sales. Proudly supporting all the area students and athletes. The Norton County Hospital and Medical Clinic, offering complete family health care to the region.
Welcome back to Quinter High School. L. Carl Cox Field here, where Quinter down 48-8, beginning of the second half, to the Lincoln Leopards.
Nex-Tech Game Time brought to you by the Chiropractic Centers of Phillipsburg and Stockton, Roof Masters Roofing and Sheet Metal, RM Custom Metals, the Nex-Tech Directory, and Advantage Glass Plus.
So Quinter won the toss, deferred to the second half. They'll be receiving this ball, and up here, Barons, I don't think is kicking.
It does look like a bigger kid, doesn't it?
Yeah, looks like David almost.
Yeah,
I
think it is David. I think you're right.
Matt David, the big boy, is going to kick this thing off. Back to receive is Ruckman, and Luke Kaiser. And Kaiser gets the ball, has a little bit of room, and it falls out of the bottom and then gets to the 20-yard line. So first down and 10. The Bulldogs looking to move the ball here. Lincoln doing a lot of subbing middle of the second quarter. Doesn't look like they're going to be using that same strategy here with their starters on the field. Quinter's had some success in the throwing game.
Got Keith out here wide left as a flanker with his club.
And they motion Luke Kaiser out here. And, boy, picked off right away by 23 of the Leopards.
That's Emmert.
Emmert gets all the way down to the 10, and that's not the thing that that's about the last thing you wanted to happen. Royals are still hanging tough. In the bottom of the fifth, they're up 2-1. Had runners on at least first and second. Last time we checked, the Blue Jays did with no outs. They get out of jam in the bottom or the top of the fifth. Still hold a 1-run lead. Remember, you can watch Nex-Tech Game Time at 6:30 and 11 each night on Nex-Tech Local 1. And here is the Leopards. They do have their starters in there.
That's Kruger on the carry there.
But Kruger, we didn't see much in the second.
Yeah, I know. They really didn't. They've kind of used him selectively. Maybe he's a little nicked up or something. Gain of a 4 there for Kruger.
They don't have all of their starters in there. In fact, Kruger's about the only one that I see out there. Hackmeister's out there, number 27.
Yeah, and they've used him some in the backfield, but he's not a starter per se.
But Walters isn't out there. Calling the signals is Biggs.
Yep.
The freshman, Drew Biggs. He barks out the signals. And Biggs hands off to Hackmeister. Hackmeister gets good yardage right there. Third down and goal at the 1-yard line. 10:50 left in the third.
Hackmeister had 3 carries for 9 yards in the first half. Kruger had 2 carries for 15, so he has 3 for 19 right now.
They're a yard away from ending this game early. There's Biggs on the quarterback sneak, and Biggs he'll put this game out of reach. And at 10:26 left, I believe that will end this game. So we are going to go to a break. We're going to come back, do a little bit of wrap-up, go to the maybe have another Curtis Brown visit for the TMP Russell game. You're watching Nex-Tech. You're watching Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1.
Kansas Land Bank, member FDIC, Dwayne's Diesel Service, J&J Carpet, and Quinter Building Material Company are proud of the hard work and dedication of all the Quinter High School students and athletes. They hope this school year is the best ever. Best wishes for a successful season from Flower Cottage Wildflower Designs, Smitty's Tire and Battery, and Quinter Manufacturing Company, backing the Quinter Bulldogs all season long.
Hays, Kansas, where traditions run deep, where your word is your bond. home cooking has a new standard. Welcome home.
We all use our vehicle, or ride, differently. Some like to stand out. Others want to keep what's theirs, there. And there are those that want to be discreet or stay a bit cooler, while others prefer strictly function. And many simply want to move stuff around. Advantage Glass Plus can make your vehicle or ride a reality. 1005 Vine and Hayes, online or on Facebook. Listed in the Nex-Tech directory.
Hi, this is Dr. Cheney from the Chiropractic Centers of Phillipsburg, Stockton, and Plainville. Chiropractic is a wellness lifestyle that incorporates structure, function, nutrition, and lifestyle choices of the person into removing anything blocking the optimal expression of life. Our doctors and staff will leave no stone unturned in the search for your greater health and wellness. If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, call us today at 877-351-7191.
See our ad in the Nex-Tech directory.
Welcome back to Quinter with the final score, Lincoln 54, Quinter 8. See the teams huddled together in prayer there. Nex-Tech Game Time is brought to you by Hayes Recreation Commission, Heartland Building Center, Storage Solutions of Hayes, Tri-Simple Patrol Office Supply, and Day Motorsports. We went to the second half. A little quick summary of the second half. Quinter took the opening kickoff, returned it to their own 20-yard line. First play of the second half, Wagner dropped back to pass, was under duress. Emmert picked it off, returned it to the Quinter 10. 3 plays later, the Lincoln scores to finish the game. Kruger ran a run of 4, Hackmeister a 5, and Biggs, the backup QB, on a 1-yard plunge, that ended the game. Let's throw it now to Curtis Brown. Let's have an – okay, let's have an update. Do we have a Heritage Church Group scoreboard? Let's go to the Heritage Church Group scoreboard. Here we go. Abilene 29, Hayes 7 at halftime. Russell's increased its lead to 14-0 over TMP. Beloit Norton, that'll be a great game up north. They're tied at halftime. That'll decide supremacy in that district. Phillipsburg 52, El Saline 0. Oakley has increased its lead to Plainville 19-12. Smith Center 35, Bennington 6. Tie score between Great Bend and Salina Central in the third quarter, 21-all. Dodge City taking it to Hutchison 44-14 at halftime. Wichita Northwest 24, Garden City 21 in the third. La Crosse ahead of Leota 22-0. Thunder Ridge losing to St. John's Beloit 30-6. Logan Palco 22, Hill City 12. That's from this district that we're in here right now. In that district, St. Francis is winning big. They're likely to win that one. Logan Palco is 3-1. They can still going to have some say-so in that district. As we said, St. Francis 46-0 over Stockton. That's a final. Trigo over Nest City at halftime, 28-6. Hoxie over Gold Plains, 44-0. Hoxie still has a chance in that district. I'll update that after the scoreboard. Lincoln 40, that's our score, 48-8 was halftime, but now it's a final, 54-8. Central Plains over Solomon, 38-6 in the third quarter.
And that's the number 2 team in the state in Central Plains. The number 3 team in the state in Solomon. Quite a big difference there.
Yeah, and as I say, I know, we had the Spearvilles winning big. They're number 1 in state. Hodgman County is listed amongst others. Sometimes those rankings mean a lot and sometimes they don't. Rock Hill's 52-6 over Lakeside. That's a final. Lakeside is in a real similar situation to Quinter. They've had some injuries. They're kind of running short on guys, and that makes it really tough. Let me go over a few of the districts real quick in 8-man. I was talking about Spearville. They are in District 7. They're top ranked, and they handled Trigo last week, and this week they're spanking Hodgman County. Hodgman County's likely going to be the 2 seed, but may not. Dighton Healy tonight has very winnable games over South Gray and Trigo. That could end the season with a real nice 6-3 mark. Nest City's hosting Trigo tonight, and then they go to Jetmore. If the Eagles win both games, they could cause some chaos for that second playoff spot.
Well, they're having a hard time tonight. Could it be, what was it, 38-6 or something?
And South Gray, they've been eliminated from the playoffs. In District 4, that's Hanover's ranked number 4 in the state. They can eliminate Clifton Clyde tonight with a win. Osborne must take care of Wakefield tonight before they have their showdown with Hanover to decide who is the hegemon in that district. Wakefield comes in with a 4-2 district mark. It could still get into the playoffs. Next week's game with Stockton will be out of district. Lincoln, they were upset, or no, Lakeside, Mankato Rock Hills. They were upset by this same Lincoln team last week. They must win out by beating Lakeside, which they did tonight, and then they also have to beat Clifton Clyde, then Hope. Lincoln, like I said, they handle Quinter. They'll handle Lakeside next week. Their 3-3 mark will probably not be good enough to get them out of their district, however. Clifton Clyde would have to beat both Hanover and Rock Hills, and the Lakeside Knights, they're gonna finish out their season next week. Looking ahead, I've already talked. Let's go over this real quick. Like I said, St. Francis is undefeated in their district. They won again tonight. Atwood, if they were behind to Oberlin, so Atwood's playoff future might be in danger. The Logan Palco is winning. They're in good shape. Like I said, Oberlin may fight their way back into it. If they can get past Atwood, which they were doing the last score we had, their game with Hill City next week still has playoff implications. Stockton had a big win over Hill City last week right here on Nex-Tech. They've already lost tonight, so they've been finished from playoff competition. Hill City had a nice win early in the year over Clifton Clyde, but haven't been doing much since then. And, of course, Quinter rounds out that district. In 8-man 2, District 7, Victoria's the number 1 team in 8-man Division 2. They have an open date tonight, so they're not playing. Otis Bison, they can't look past Northern Valley this week, and then they host Victoria next week in the free-for-all that should decide that district. Northern Valley has losses to Atwood, Logan Palco, and Victoria, but if they can beat Otis Bison, Beloit, St. John's, Tipton, they could still sneak in. Victoria, Beloit, St. John's, they won tonight, but their losses earlier to Victoria and Otis Bison make the playoffs look pretty unlikely. Of course, Thunder Ridge, they lost tonight, and they're just rebuilding. Thunder Ridge has had recent glory, though, to build on. 8-man 2, District 8. Sharon Springs, they're the second-ranked team in the state. Shiloh or Tribune's not going to beat them, so they should continue to roll. They'll be the number 1 seed out of the district. But the number 2 seed will be interesting to see what happens. Tri-Plains Boosters playing Weston in a 6-man game tonight. Next week they'll face Wheatland Grinnell for who are likely to get the second spot. But another team that should have some say-so in there is Hoxie. They've handled Golden Plains tonight, but their 4-2 mark may not be enough. It depends on the tiebreaker. Tribune was mathematically live coming into tonight, but likely not to go on. Wheatland Grinnell still has some say-so. If they beat Tribune and Tri-Plains Booster, they can still get in. Shiloh and Golden Plains, they're both winless, and they're playing 6-man next year. But the good news is someone's going to get a win there. Okay, let's go to Curtis Brown for an update on the TMP Russell game.
Welcome back to Hayes and Nex-Tech. Welcome back to Hayes and Nex-Tech Game Time coverage of the District 14 matchup between the Russell Broncos and the TMP Marion Monarchs. Russell got off to a quick start here in the third quarter. They put together a 68-yard drive that was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown run by Kelton Suki. His second on the night. The PAT was no good, making the score 13-0. After each team traded punts, TMP began to put a drive together here late in the third quarter, a little over 2 minutes left to play. Our score here in the third, Russell 13, TMP 0. Reporting from Hayes, this is Curtis Brown with Nex-Tech Game Time.
We're back here at Quinter where Lincoln wins 54-8. Nex-Tech Game Time is brought to you by Rogers & Associates Insurance, Precision Valley Golf and Bike Center, Progressive Physical Therapy Center, Heritage Insurance Group, Flatlander Dirt Works, and TK Smokehouse. When we come back, we'll wrap it up here from Quinter. You're watching Nex-Tech Local 1.
A day on the trail isn't over until you say it is. with the redesigned 2016 Terex and Terex 4 side-by-sides. With trail commanding power and versatility, completely reimagined front-end styling. Introducing the redesigned and fiercely rugged 2016 Terex and Terex 4.
When you need dirt construction of any type at any time, call Joel Younger at Flatlander Dirt Works LLC. Flatlander Dirt Works offers 24-hour service on oil field, farm, residential, and commercial dirt construction. They even handle septic systems and water line installation and repair. They've got all the big boy toys at Flatlander Dirt Works, serving all of Northwest Kansas. Call 623-7744. Proud supporters of all our area athletes. Flatlander Dirt Works LLC.
Welcome back here to Quinter, where tonight Lincoln Leopards came up big 54-8 over the Quinter Bulldogs. Next week, Brendan and I have a doubleheader. Thursday night, we will be at Norton, where the TMP Monarchs will come visiting. Then Friday, we will be at Plainville, where Ellis comes to play. Both of those games should have some playoff significance, especially the second one, but Norton still has to win to see its third spot. Curtis Brown will be at Waukene, where Dighton will come calling on Thursday. Thank you very much for watching tonight. You have been watching Game Time on Nex-Tech Local 1.